Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 10 low there. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Snap.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Charlie. 55 to Mike. Okay, double. Shit.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. That one caught by Gibson. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Set, ready? 8, read. Go.
On first down, they go with Dixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
X3, 218, chop. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Go on. All day,
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. And he rifles one incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lock to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the Falcons' 22-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go!
Check 55.
Recon, 152 fighter.
I'm going back to you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Look at me, zipper.
On 2nd down, here's Lock. Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. Man, I got you.
Alert!
I got you.
49, check 49, check 49.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now Allen got an open man. It's Foster. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. Sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 3rd down.
Mike, 55. 55. I got it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. I got it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Hey!
Mike 55, Mike 55.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jarrell Casey forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Throwing on second and long. Locke. That's complete to his running back Connor. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? Hey, Wahoo!
I'm here all day.
Mike, yeah.
On third and long, it's Locke. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Dixon running from the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Hey, 2. Now.
55's my guy.
On second and 11 now. Locke. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. A run by Dixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Going for it on 4th down. Allen. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run with Dixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On the toss, it's Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return, it's Tate. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the twist. Go out. He's checking crack. Go. Get it.
A final shot before half for Locke. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They try right side here, Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 46-yard
Down
line.
80. Mike 51. Hey, here we go. Check 50. Check 50.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Being chipped, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Throwing is Allen on third. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Tight, tight.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 45 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through. That's great.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On second and a couple, Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. It doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 63 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
10-2 stop.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now.
Stand open. Check, 55.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 37. Check.
You draw quarters. Ready?
On second down, it's Dixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Blow your jump.
Hey, orbit.
SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Get it.
On second and 12, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm scared. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Hey, go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Let's get it.
Another carry now for Gurley. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And he is caught. It's Perriman. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Bang, 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 bang.
Right back to Dixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Big Dad. Come.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Dixon. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.